Let's not be downhearted.
Go on. Don't mind me.
I'm afraid we're distressing you.
Never mind. I must get used to it. Only please, do it by degrees. Sit. Begin by putting your arm around that lovely waist. I didn't say rub, just...
Like this?
Yes, like that, just like that. Just let me get used to that first.
Oh, wouldn't you like to retire? It must pain you to see us so affectionate together.
I must learn to bear it. Now, oblige me by allowing that gorgeous little head to rest on your large masculine shoulder. Oh, why would you do that? No, sorry, do it. Don't do it.
Like this?
I'm much obliged to you, sir. Okay, now, here's the biggie. Kiss her. You don't need it? No, okay, sure.
You're not going to join in, are you?
Do you want me to? Oh, no! This is simple torture!
Oh, come, bear up. It's only for a month.
No. It's no use deluding oneself with false hopes.
What do you mean?
Oh, my poor child. How shall I break it to her?
Just tell her.
Okay. My little bubble of a bride that was to have been.
Was to have been.
Yes, was to have been. You never can be mine.
Oh, I'm so glad!
I'm still here. You see, I have just ascertained that by his law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife must be buried alive.
Buried alive?
Buried alive. It's a most unpleasant death.
Yes, but whom did you get that from?
From my solicitor.
But he may be mistaken.
So I thought, my dear, so I thought. So I consulted the Attorney General, the Equal Opportunities Commissioner, the head of the Civil Aviation Authority, and they were all of the same opinion. Buried! I've never heard such unanimity on a point of law in my whole life.
Darling.
Yes, my dear. I see, yes, now.
I don't want to appear selfish, and I love you with all my heart. I don't suppose I shall ever love anyone else half as much. But when I agreed to marry you, my own little treasure, I had no idea, Pet, that I should have to be buried alive in a month.
Nor I. It's the very first I've heard of it.
Yes, well, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
It makes a difference, of course.
You see, burial alive, it's such a stuffy death.
Yes, and slow and painful, too. Just trying to help, sorry.
I call it a beast of a death.
Oh, you see my difficulty, don't you?
Yes, and I see my own. If I insist you carrying out your promise, I doom you to a hideous death. But if I release you, you marry Coco at once.
Here's how-de-do. If I marry you, when you're time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's a howdy-do, here's a howdy-do.
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding, let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's the state of things, to her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's the state of things, here's the state of things. With a passion that's intense you worship and adore, but the laws of common sense we oughtn't to ignore. If what it says is true, 'tis then to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty howdy-do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things.
Here's a howdy-do,
Here's a howdy,
Here's a howdy-do. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty howdy-do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things.
here's a howdy-do,
here's a howdy,
Here's a howdy-do.
for if what he says is true, I cannot marry
It's
you.
true.
It's a pretty, pretty state of things.
Here's a slippery slope, if you both elope. Chippy chop on tune that's clammy, either way the double whammy, not a lot of scope. Wouldn't hold much hope, worse than any soap.
With a passion that's intense you worship and adore, but the laws of common sense you oughtn't to ignore. If what he says is true, 'tis then to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty howdy-do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things.
Here's a howdy-do,
here's a howdy.
Here's a howdy,
Here's a howdy
for
for
if what he says is true, she cannot marry you. Here's a pretty, pretty state of, here's a pretty, 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 pretty state of things. Here's a pretty howdy-do.